Welcome back, Baku crew and brawlers alike. I hope everyone is doing great and ready for another legacy review video. It's BakuBrad96 here, and I'm throwing the bread with this one because I managed to get my hands on the bakuneon Mega Brontes. Of course, this is ventus. Don't know why I had a flat line there on the speaking. But anyway, yeah, super awesome Bakugan. I didn't think I would like this one as much initially as I ended up. It's really cool. I really like the coloring. Obviously, it is more neon. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and review it in this video. Not too fast, not too long. I don't want to make things boring. Just wanted to give everyone an update on the Brontes collection, right? So yeah, getting there. I am definitely getting there. Just do a quick little recap for everyone. This is where we stand. I have 5 out of 6 of the Dynamo, quite a few Ventus and Darkus, a little bit of Pyrus, 1 Baku Crystal. I'm still waiting on the green accent to ship, but I did get it as well. A few of the Altos, and then of course the Aquas Flip, and then some more there in the corner, but that's where the collection is so far. Almost have the bigger case filled up, but not quite. There is still plenty of Brontes for me to find, believe it or not. There is quite a bit. I was surprised actually going down the rabbit hole how many there were. But enough about that. If you would like to see more Bakugan content and legacy reviews like this, be sure to subscribe to the channel. If not, you're watching anyway, and here we go. So I'm going to go ahead and open this Brontes right up. One thing that I have noticed, which probably isn't going to be seen on camera, well maybe, yeah, there we go. This Ventus has 550 G power. Now what's really cool about that is all of the Ventus Brontes that I've seen are around 550. For example, the normal Ventus Brontes I have, like the base chonk one, and then the Baku Steel Ventus, all of them are at 550, just like this one. So that's really interesting that Spin Master kept all of the Ventus Brontes at the same G power. At least the ones that I have all have the same G power. But yeah, just opening this Brontes right up, looking really nice. The arms are manual as always, and they're really tight too, so they're not loose. I really appreciate that with this figure. Got a little bit of a lean to it. Those springs are starting to get older after time, but that is normal. The coloring is just really crisp. I like the neon. It's a shame they didn't do that for every attribute. You know, I know there's Baku Neon or Baku Light Aquas. And then there's translucent Pyruses and what have you, but more neon colors would have been cool, especially to see in maybe Darkus. Or Subterra. That is one thing I've seen. There's like hardly any Subterra translucence, at least for Brontes. We did get a Baku Flip, so I am looking into getting that one, but it's a little bit harder to track down. Back onto this Bakuneon Ventus. So one thing that kind of bothers me, but I see this happen with a lot of Mega Brontes, especially that I buy online, is this little backflip right here. It is always creased. Now, I'm not going to badmouth anyone or say anything bad because it is what it is, and I don't really particularly mind too much. But I do wish that that was listed in conditions a little more. It seems like people just press too hard when closing the Bakugan, and then this flap gets creased constantly. I've got like 3 or 4 of my personal Brontes in the collection that have that crease. I know I didn't do it, so it's just something that happens over time. Definitely a flawed mold design on that front. Other than that, the only problem with this one is one that I see with a lot of the Megas, and it's a problem that's just exclusive to this mold, because Mega Nimbus doesn't have that problem, I don't think. And it's this right here. So the closing, obviously it closes, right? There we go. But you have that little lift, right? And then any kind of slight touch pops it right open. So closed. This is how your Brontes should close, you know, assuming it works and it functions. But after a while, Mega Brontes, you know, everything starts to wear down. You know, the slightest touch, and then you have that crease, which you can still roll the Brontes, but it makes it really iffy, right? Too much pressure and it'll just half pop open, and that doesn't work for anyone. And you know, I guess it could be a worse problem. You know, the Aquas Baku flip that I have, I demonstrated that it was a lot worse than this one. This one's a lot tighter, so I don't complain as much, but it is something that I've noticed in the molds now that I'm collecting them to keep an eye out for. But that's generally the overview. I mean, one cool thing is that the serial number, it's not scratched or wore off at all. Like, this thing is spot on perfect. I did appreciate that, right? Like, that was really cool. Not that I ever, I never do keep track of serial numbers or stuff. I guess I should write them all down for my Brontes collection in case they do ever scuff off, but I'm not too worried about it. Now, as far as practice rolling, Brontes is notorious for the flop, and I did post a little video on the server already, so we'll see how this goes. Maybe I can roll it out, maybe I can't. Try to get all spin shot right quick. Okay, there we go. So the magnet on this Brontes is nice, and I do appreciate that. That was a decent stand. Shout out for the foreign gate card I'm using. But yeah, really good stand. I mean, this is a good Bakugan. And with it being the 550, if I could consistently roll the megas without having the flop, I would probably put this one on my Brontes team. But right now it's just the chonk because it is easier to roll. But this one at least stands a little bit better than the Baku Steel Ventus, so I will take that. This is the only bakuneon in my collection because I do believe that the Aquas translucent I have is the Baku Light. So there is a slight difference. I'm not sure if it's just a color hue or a wave difference, but there is a difference. See if I can't roll out again. Disclaimer, I know I'm not 2 card links away, but if I was really 2 card links away, I would never stand the Bakugan for review, obviously. See the misses? The misses! There's too many, but yeah. Everyone knows I throw the bread. For the face, though, there's not any kind of paint mess-ups. I have noticed that a lot of the little smiles on Brontes can have some factory errors, you know, paint everywhere, or the printing's just messed up. So that's nice that this one's clean. For exterior paint, it is really hard to tell, but there is some darker green for the symbols, you know, the main outside detail for Brontes. It's hard to pick up, but it is there, and that's really cool. As far as the rest of the condition goes, you know, the Brontes is really nice. This is a really clean mold, a really clean design, and I definitely appreciate it. As of right now, the only other Brontes I have coming is the green accent Baku Crystal. I ordered that one 4 days ago and it still hasn't shipped, so I was hoping to kind of, you know, review them as a pair, make the video a little longer, but it didn't get here in time, and I did want to get some content for the upcoming week for all of you to have something to watch. So that could be, you know, something later on in the road if it does eventually ship. I hope it does. It was the only listing I could find. Almost like this one has a few listings on eBay right now, but the seller I got this from is rather newer, and I was really pleased. You know, the shipping was very fast, it was well described, even the condition, right? It was well described. For someone who's not a hardcore Bakugan fan, they're not going to go, right? They're going to think that that's perfect, they're just holding it. You know, they're not going to be poking it, prodding it, looking at every little detail and crease, you know? So I am very happy with the seller of this one. The other seller, though, I don't know. Maybe he's just got some stuff going on. Maybe he can't get to the post office right now. I just hope the other Brontes ships, because I am trying to get this collection done fast. I don't want Brontes to get jacked up like that Knight Percival, right? Don't want to be in the position where I'm paying $1,600 for a marble. I think that's just too much. But yeah, brawlers, let me know in the comments down below, what do you think of the Ventus Bakuneon Mega Brontes? This thing is probably one of the favorites in my collection. I don't know if it's top 10 or anything, but the Bakuneon is definitely growing on me as far as coloring goes. It's very nice, and it catches the light pretty decently. I don't know if my camera will do it justice, but I'll kind of put it in the light. Yeah, there we go. See, catches the light very nicely, and that looks really clean. But Brawlers, this has been a quick update on my brand new Brontes for the collection. I hope you all enjoyed it. Don't forget to ring that notification bell so you don't miss anything. This week I will have a bunch of different content coming out. So they're not like my normal reviews. They're kind of little collection bits. And yeah, hope you all enjoy them. But until next time, stay safe, drum up, and Bakugan Brawl!